consolidation zone was broken up, you can see how steep we got a momentum. So very similarly, we can either get a momentum to the upside or to the downside. Okay, so if it breaks this line, we are going to look for shorting opportunities. Hello guys, welcome back to the channel. So today we are going to see the technical analysis of Nifty and Bank Nifty for tomorrow, that is 4th of May. So if you look at Nifty's daily chart, you can see that Nifty is moving in a channel pattern, okay, something like a flag and pole pattern. So if you get inside a little deeply, you can see that it is kind of forming something like a head and shoulder pattern. That is, the price came up here, it consolidated for some time and then went at these levels, took a resistance and come back, and now it is consolidating at these levels, right? So if you observe closely, you can see something like it is forming a head and shoulder pattern. Okay, so we do have a consolidation here, and this is also a consolidation. So we just got a steep move up, and we also got a steep move down. So if you look at this, it is something like a head and shoulder. This is one shoulder, this is one shoulder, and this is the head. Okay, so we have something like a head and shoulder pattern. Okay, so now what we are looking for is whether we are looking for long opportunities or short opportunities. But if you look at the present scenario, you cannot go short until it breaks these levels. Until it breaks this level, we can't go. I'll draw it a little more clear. For example, if you take a zone right here, we can see that this has become exactly 50% of the channel, almost. The 50% comes somewhere around these levels, but this is acting as a very dominant support. So until this level is being broken, we can never look for shorting opportunities. But if the price breaks this level and comes down, we can look for a shorting opportunities, and you can keep your target somewhere around these levels, around 16,200, around these levels. Okay, so let's get into the 1 hour charts. So in the 1 hour chart, if you see, we can clearly see that there is this consolidation zone. So we have this consolidation zone. But if you observe, this consolidation is a slightly longer period of time. But still, in this case also, you can clearly see that the market is forming something like a head and shoulder pattern. So until and unless this level is broken, we can never look for shorting opportunities. After or once the price breaks this level, we can easily have a downward momentum and we can look for profits to the downside. But until and unless the price is above this level, we can only look for upward movement or sideways momentum. And also one important thing which you should note here is, until and unless the price breaks this level and goes up, we can never look for buying opportunities. Because if the market is staying in this zone, okay, I'll draw again. So if the market is inside this zone, it is a sideways market. For the market to trend, it has to come outside this zone. Either it should move up or it should move downward, right? So if you are an option seller, this zone is a very good zone for you, because the market has a tendency to move in a sideways direction. If you're an option buyer, it is better to stay away from these zones, okay, because option buyer requires momentum, and for momentum we require the break from this consolidation of the sideways market, right? Because very similarly, we can see the price is moving in a consolidation zone, and once the consolidation zone was broken up, you can see how steep we got a momentum. So very similarly, we can either get a momentum to the upside or to the downside. Okay, so if it breaks this line, we are going to look for shorting opportunities. If it breaks this line, we are looking for long opportunities. If the price remains in this zone, we are looking for sideways market, and option sellers can make good use of it. In the 15 minutes time frame, we can see it much more clearly. The price came here, took a support, went back up again. The price came, took a support, went back up again. You can see it came here, it went back up again, it took a support, and it's moving up. So this becomes a very important zone. So we can see that price taking support from this levels a lot many times. Okay, so which means we can have a more probable downside momentum when compared to the upside. So in case we have a break of this structure to the downside, we'll have very good profit zones, and we can also book profits around these levels. Okay, this becomes a very important zone. Okay, so 16,400 would be a target booking zone if it breaks to the downside. At the same time, the market moves upward, we can see a momentum, and we can see that the price can reach this trend line or around these levels. Okay, somewhere around 18,000 would be your target profit. If you enter somewhere here and gives you upward, we can take targets around 18,000 levels. Okay, but till then, if the market is moving in sideways direction, this zone is for option sellers. Option sellers can make good use of this sideways movement. So if you're an option buyer, it's better to wait for the price to break out and then look for a trending market. Same thing goes to the downside. If you're looking for shorting opportunities, don't short until and unless this level is broken. Once this level is broken, you can look for shorting opportunities. So let's this is the analysis for Nifty. So let's get into Bank Nifty. So if you look at Bank Nifty also, we can see that even Bank Nifty is trading in a channel pattern. So again over here we can see very clearly the price came up, took a retracement, went back again, and now it is in a consolidation zone. In Bank Nifty, we cannot find a head and shoulder pattern that clearly, but again, if you can observe a little bit, we can see that there is a little sideways movement around these zones. For example, if you look at not a perfect head and shoulder, but somewhere similar to a head and shoulder pattern. The same thing goes here. We can't go for shorting opportunities until and unless breaks these levels. Alright, so this is the daily chart. So let's get into 1 hour charts. If you go to the daily chart and if you draw a support, you can clearly see the price action here. It came down, it took a support and started to move upward. Same thing, it came here. As soon as it came here, it took support and it moved up. Again it came here, touched and it moved up. Again it came here, touched and moved up. So if you look at this price pattern, until and unless this zone is broken downward, we cannot look for shorting opportunities. And also if you draw a trend line from the top till the down, we can see that the price is actually forming something like a triangle pattern. Okay, because you can see that the price came down. Okay, in a consolidation zone, it touched here and came down, and again it broke this low, and it again broke this low, and again from here the market moved downward. Okay, so this is also a very important trend line. So until and unless, same thing like same thing as Nifty, until and unless this support is broken to the downside, we cannot look for shorting opportunities. But we can also look for a breakout to the upside. Let's say by any chance we have a breakout of this trend line, the market can move upward and also reach these levels. Okay, so we can say that around 37,600 levels can be a target area if it gives a breakout from this trend line. At the same time, if it gives you a breakout to the downside, breaking this support, we can also have about 200 to 50 points as a target. So if we get into the 15 minutes chart, again we can very beautifully see that the prices come here, taking support and moved up. Again the prices come here, taking support and moved up. Prices come, taking support and moved up. So here we can just say that until and unless the price breaks these levels, the price is going to continue in a sideways momentum. But in any case, if it breaks this trend line, this white trend line, the price has a tendency to reach the target of around 37,600. And the same goes to the downside. If it gives a downward momentum, we can again have a profit of, we can start booking profits around 200 to 250 points to the downside. So yeah guys, this is the analysis of Nifty and Bank Nifty. So I hope you guys liked it, and if you're not yet subscribed to my channel, please subscribe to my channel and hit the bell icon so that you get the notification.